Once upon a time, long ago and not so far away, there lived a kind mother pig and her 3 little children. They were happy together in a small, cozy home at the edge of the forest. But as the seasons passed and the little pigs grew older, Mother Pig knew the day had come for them to go out into the world. One sunny morning, she gathered them close, her voice tender yet firm. "My dear children," she said softly, "the world is wide, and it is time for you to build homes of your own. But remember this, whatever you do, do it with care. Build your houses strong and sturdy, for out there lives a sly, wicked wolf. He will huff, and he will puff, and he will try with all his might to blow your houses down. Promise me you will be wise," the 3 little pigs promised. They hugged their mother tightly, their small pink faces pressed against her warm side, and then, with cheerful hearts, they set off on their journeys. The first little pig, the eldest pig, though kind, was terribly lazy. He thought to himself, "Why should I waste my time working hard when I could be out singing, dancing, and playing in the sunshine?" As he trotted along the road, he met a farmer carrying a bundle of golden straw. The straw glowed in the sunlight, soft and light as feathers. "Excuse me, sir," squealed the pig politely. "Might you spare some straw? I would like to build myself a house." The farmer, amused by the eager little creature, gave him the straw with a smile. The pig built his house in no time, at all walls, roof, and door all made of straw. When he was finished, he dusted his hooves and said proudly, "There, a fine house indeed. Now I am free to play," and off he went, whizzing merrily, while his straw house stood flimsy and frail in the breeze. The second little pig, was a little less lazy than his brother, but still rather hasty. He thought, "I shall build a stronger house than my brothers, but I will not spend all day doing it. Life is for fun." As he walked down the path, he came across a woodcutter carrying a bundle of sticks. "Good sir," the pig said, bowing his head, "could you share some sticks with me? I must build a house." The woodcutter, smiling at the polite request, gave him the sticks. The pig stacked them quickly, tying and piling until he had made a small wooden house. It took him just a few hours, and when he was finished, he laughed, clapped his hooves, and called out to his older brother, Brother, come and play with me. My house is built, strong enough to keep me safe." And the 2 pigs spent their day laughing, playing, and forgetting their mother's wise words. The 3rd little pig, now the youngest pig, was different. He was thoughtful, careful, and patient. He remembered his mother's warning, and he whispered to himself, "I will not build a house that falls apart. I will build one that lasts, no matter what the wolf may try." As he walked, he met a kind brickmaker pushing a cart filled with heavy, red bricks. The pig bowed deeply. "Please, sir, may I have some bricks? I want to build a home that will be strong and safe." The brickmaker admired the pig's determination and gave him the bricks, along with some mortar. Day after day, the little pig worked. He mixed the mortar carefully, laid each brick with patience, and built walls that grew tall and solid. His brothers teased him. "Why work so hard?" called the eldest pig. "Come play with us." "Yes, come," laughed the second pig. "Your house is taking forever." But the youngest pig only smiled. "Better safe than sorry," he thought, and continued to work. Finally, after many days, his house was finished. It had thick brick walls, sturdy windows, and even a tall chimney. It was the safest house of all. The wicked wolf arrives. Not long after, the wicked old wolf came prowling through the forest. His stomach rumbled with hunger, and his yellow eyes gleamed as he sniffed the air. "Ah," he growled, "3 little pigs have left their mother's home. What a feast I shall have." He slunk through the trees until he reached the first little pig's straw house. The first house the wolf knocked on the door with his sharp claws. Little pig, let me come in," he snuggled. The first pig trembled inside. No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." The wolf bared his teeth and growled. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and puffed, and with one mighty breath, the straw house flew apart like dry leaves in the wind. The first pig squealed in terror and ran as fast as his legs could carry him to his brother's wooden house. The second house the wolf followed, his eyes blazing with hunger. Soon he stood before the second pig's wooden house. Little pigs, let me come in," he demanded together. The brothers cried, No, not by the hair of our chinny chin chins." The wolf grinned wickedly. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and puffed and blew once, twice, thrice. The wooden house shook and groaned. With a loud crash, the sticks scattered and the house collapsed. The 2 pigs screamed and ran, tails wagging wildly, straight to their younger brother's brick house. The third house the wolf licked his lips at followed. Soon he arrived at the sturdy brick house. His stomach growled louder. Little pigs, let me come in," he bellowed. From inside, the youngest pig called calmly, No, not by the hair of our chinny chin chins." The wolf snarled. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and puffed and huffed again and puffed again. His breath roared like the wind, but the house stood strong. He blew until his cheeks ached, until he was red in the face, but the brick house did not move an inch. The clever plan, but the youngest pig was clever. He whispered to his brothers quickly, "Help me light a fire." Together, they built a roaring fire beneath the chimney, and upon it, they placed a large pot of water. The wolf scrambled up the roof, snarling and scratching. He squeezed himself into the chimney, claws scraping the bricks as he slid down. "Now I've got you," he howled. But before he could land, he tumbled straight into the bubbling pot of hot water. "You!" cried the wolf, leaping back up the chimney, his tail singed and his pride ruined. He fled into the forest, never to bother the 3 little pigs again. Happily ever after, inside the brick house, the 3 brothers hugged one another tight. Their hearts still pounded, but they were safe. The eldest pig lowered his head. "Oh, little brother, we should have listened to you. We were foolish and lazy." The second pig nodded. "Yes, you were. Wise, and you saved us." The youngest pig smiled warmly. "We are together, and that is what matters. Now we have learned. Hard work and patience bring true safety and peace." So the 3 little pigs lived happily ever after in the strong brick house. They worked together, played together, and each night, as the stars twinkled above, they thanked their mother for her wise advice and their youngest brother for his courage. And so, dear child, whenever you feel tired and ready for sleep, remember the tale of the 3 little pigs. Let it whisper gently in your dreams. Work hard, be patient, and build your life strong and true. For when storms or wolves come your way, your careful work and kind heart will keep you safe.